important thing that happened in our family was when my father became president of Richmond Hill Savings Bank. And that was in 1970. Now, we were out in Blue Point at the little family compound, the little 3-bedroom dump house out there. And my mother waited by the phone because the board of directors was now voting on whether he was going to be president of the bank. That phone got more attention than the red phone in the White House. We had to stare at it, and the phone rang, and they said, whatever, my father said, I'm now the president of Richmond Hill Savings Bank. I was waiting for the white smoke to go up like the Vatican. And my mother said, you are? Oh my God, Bob, congratulations, this is wonderful news. And she put the phone down and said, Daddy is president of Richmond Hill Savings Bank. And instantly, in front of my eyes, my mother turned into Jackie O. She went upstairs and there was a pillbox hat, you know, and she put that on, and she thought this was the greatest thing that ever happened to her. So her first duty as first lady of Richmond Hill Savings was to have a dinner party. Now, she decided to have the board of directors over, and she was a very good cook, and she was a very good entertainer, and very charming. So she thought, I am going to impress them with my savvy. So she made beef Wellington, which if anyone knows that it's in a puff pastry, it's very difficult to do, and she did a great job. And she's got everything out, the silver and the china, everything looks lovely. So she said to me, and I happened to be the only one home that night. It was a Saturday night and everyone was out, and I'm one of the babies. And she said, Nancy, I'm going to need you to clear the table. Stay in the kitchen, because when dinner is done, I'm going to need you to clear. So I said, okay. We happen to have a monkey. It was Walter's monkey. It was illegal. I don't know what kind of disease it might have had or passed along to a generation, but we had this monkey, and it was a little squirrel monkey about this big, and it was in a cage about this high, and it was in the basement. But I'm like 11 or 12, and I'm bored, and I'm in the kitchen, so I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Charlie up, and I'll play with him in the kitchen, and then when my mother needs me to clear, I'll put him back in the cage and clear, and that way I won't be bored. Well, I took him out, and we had these tall, like bar room doors, you know, they were shuttered doors from floor to ceiling that separated the kitchen from the dining room. And I'm playing with Charlie right by those doors. We had a big table there. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying, oh, Charlie, who's your good monkey? Who's your good monkey? My mother bams through the door with the beef Wellington, scares Charlie out of my arms. He goes onto the shuttered doors and he's got this long tail, and he leaps onto the chandelier. I don't know where they are. I saw my life flash before my eyes. And my mother is frozen, looking at me with the beef Wellington. And she says, please tell me it was not a damn monkey. I said, don't worry about it. And now I hear people screaming in the dining room. I said, I'll get it, I'll get it, I'll get it. So I go into the dining room and I go, hi everybody, I'm Nancy McDougal, and that's my monkey. It's Charlie, don't worry about anything, I'll get him down. And I was feeding him pieces of apple. So I go to give him the apple, and then when he came down to get it, I was just going to grab him, because he's a tiny little thing. And I was just going to grab him. I go to get the apple, and he snatches it from my hand. He eats the mealy part with his stupid little hands like this, and he goes, no, 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 no. And he takes the red part of the apple, and he throws it. There's a woman with a bouffant hairdo. It lands on top. My mother, I'm not lying to you, her eyeballs literally were rolling around in the back of her head. She was like, and now she says to the ladies, let's get away from the beast. We'll go into the living room and I'm going to make a batch of stingers, and off the women go, leaving the men folk. Well, you would have thought that they were a Mutual of Omaha's, Wild Kingdom. Their jackets are off, the ties. They're like, I think the strategy is we need a banana. We can get a banana, we can get the beast down. They're clearing the table. They've got the dining room table like on its side. Now, my mother said, after the party, she goes, I had a strategy, and it didn't. The party was the most successful party I ever had. It's not what I was hoping for, but it's how it turned out. She said, because after I got the women into the living room, my strategy was to get them drunk. And that the next day they would wake up and go, I was so whacked. I thought there was a monkey. Up McDougal. She goes, that was my whole strategy. She said, but I couldn't do it because as we started to drink, I just said to the ladies, like, isn't this wonderful? And it's so nice to meet you all. And we're all going to go to bank dinners together. And then she said, I just broke down. I said, I hate everybody. I hate that monkey. I hate Nancy. At the time, I hate Bob. I tried to make a nice dinner party. And these women, she goes, all of a sudden, one by one, a woman said, oh, don't feel bad. My son likes to wear my underwear. Some other woman said my daughter got pregnant before she got married. I don't know how we're going to get through the wedding. She said the next thing you know, we're all comrades in arms. And at the end, she said, so it ended up being just a now we're bonded for life. They're not just dinner guests now. We're lifelong friends. And she's telling me this, and she's got a beer. And one false eyelash is on, and the other one is in the beer. So I said, Mom, you're missing a false eyelash. She goes, I know. I said, well, next time that happens, you know what you should do? Take the other one off, because then that way you'll be even. She goes, Nancy, I would never do that, because the people on this side of the room will still think I look fantastic.